The Queen will not return to Buckingham Palace and will live permanently in Windsor Castle. Now, at the start of the pandemic in 2020, Her Majesty moved into the castle and has remained there ever since.
Yes, well, we're now joined by former royal correspondent at The Sun, Charles Rae, to discuss this. Good morning, Charles. Just tell us why the Queen has made this move.
Good morning, guys. Well, it's partially been forced upon her because she hasn't been there for 2 years because of the COVID scenario. But, of course, they've still got these renovations that have been going on, and they'll be continuing until about 2007, by which time the Queen will be around about 101. So it makes perfect sense. She's getting on a bit. Also, the Windsor Castle is her favourite home. She's ensconced there forced to be ensconced there in this 2 years, which was quite happy for her. She was there for part of the time with Prince Philip until he died. So she's now going to continue from there and work from home. I have to say, this story was first broken in January by the Daily Express. So it seems to be a bit strange that it's suddenly come up again.
It's reappeared. I've got to be honest with you, I was quite worried, actually, when I first read this story, because I was concerned that the implication might be, you don't want to say it out loud, do you? But the implication might be that she's not that well or whatever. Yeah, it's a difficult thing to talk about, of course, because, we all love the Queen. But that was the implication. That was my reading into it. How concerned should we be?
The problem is, Patrick, that every time we hear a story about the Queen, we're all going to be sort of a little bit anxious about it. Is it covering up something or whatever? I mean, at the moment, she looks as if she's in as good a health as she can be at the moment. She's got slight mobility problems. But whenever we see her, she's got that great smile on her face, the smile that gives us all hope for the future, really. But realistically, this move is because of various things. She's been there for 2 years for COVID, hasn't set foot in the palace at all, and the fact that there's renovations are going on. And the few events that she will be doing, she can travel to quite easily without any problem. It's only Berkshire.
Yeah, it's only Berkshire, as they say. But look, Harry now surely, and Meghan must be thinking, I said Freud, must be thinking about, hang on a minute, surely we've got to at least give my grandmother the courtesy of meeting their granddaughter and having her in her life just barely, holding her in her arms one time or two times, however many. Surely he's got to get a wiggle on now and put paid to this ridiculous notion that he wouldn't be that secure if he came over here.
Well, I have to say, I keep getting these impressions that Harry is, in effect, holding Lilibet or the Queen to, ransom to try and get his own way on various things. I mean, the Queen has seen Lilibet purely on Zoom, which is okay, but it's not perfect. There's nothing like a great grandmother cuddling her latest great grandchild, it's a shame really that as the time goes on, the Queen is getting older, and she's still not seen Lilibet, as other members of the royal family haven't seen Lilibet, and she will be. Interestingly, she'll be 1 year old on June the 4th, which is right in the heart of the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. And on that day, the Queen's going to the Derby at Epsom, and she's also got a big party, a big palace at the party in the evening. So it's right in the middle of that. And we still don't have any indication at all that Harry is going to come over for March the 24th, the church service in remembrance of Prince Philip, his grandfather, and no any sign that they're going to come over and join in the celebration for the Queen's Jubilee.
Yeah.
Well, Charles Rae, thank you for speaking through that with us. And I have to say, wherever you are, it looks very lovely. It looks very spring-like. It's good to... Has spring arrived yet? Is it still winter?
Well, given by the temperature outside, I don't know where you lot are watching this now, but it's absolutely freezing here in Paddington, so there we go. But, yes, spring definitely hasn't sprung where we are. But thank you very much, Charlie. Cheers for coming on again.
It is definitely spring, right?